college football, Mikey Stadium. It's the USF Bulls and the Army Black Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
USF made one of the most interesting hires in the coaching carousel. Brian Hartline is a proven winner as a player and an assistant. Now he'll have an opportunity, first time as a head coach. We will see if he's able to get USF back on top. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Army Black Knights offense that has the first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present.
Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Give to the fullback. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This time he wants to throw. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
On the option. Now the pitch. There's a crease. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Gets the back moving. Fullback's got it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
A run for the quarterback. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
So USF's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Michael Van Buren. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Running inside, it's Collins. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to run for it. Got a little grass, and he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
Lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Gain of 25 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Bulls go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Ready. Red 18. Go.
Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just feeds the running back. And they get him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Escapes the pressure going right. Runs through a tackle. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Going to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the draw, it's Collins. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Pulls it on the option. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
Got a little space. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Give to the fullback. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Kick is in the air. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run it on the counter, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes a handoff and he's going right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Howard. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. On the ground with the counter. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Sends it back in motion. Hand off to the fullback. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it...
Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. This quarterback part of their running game. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Really good-looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. They want to run this quarterback. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Break. Here we go.
Hand off from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
With the catch, it's Odom. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Now they'll run the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Takes the ball inside the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 29. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. The inside handoff. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, South Florida!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 72 yards. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's a heat. Turning it on. gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Avoids pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. To the air, it's Van Buren. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Bulls with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He lets one fly deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Bulls will punt this one away. They'll look to pin them deep. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to take off. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our college football update show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25. And now over to your game inside Michie Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Blake Field inside Michie Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Coach Hartline told me coming out of the locker room, that is a good way to start your conference opener. Good execution. They've got a lead, but they can be even better. They want to turn up the notch of intensity, execution, and excitement here to start the third quarter.
Thanks, Holly.
And, man, this offense, man, is so nice to have a guy that you can hand the football to, and he can take off and make big plays down the field. He can break tackles. He can outrun you. He shows you a little bit of everything. This defense, they better dial in on him because he's going to get the football, and he can make big plays.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Puts it out of the air. The officials will stop play as the training staff comes out to look at... and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Black Knights offense will go to work. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Motion from the back. Give to the big fullback. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The big fullback's got it. Maybe some room here. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a 3-time All-American in the first-round draft.
They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Running into the open space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Got enough for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And the defenses have dominated this football game until now. Finally, the big explosive play comes, and it comes through the running back. Nice job blocking up front. He finally got a hole, Palmer, that he can run through, and he does the rest.
Yeah, the defense have been playing so well up to that point, but not everybody in their gap, not everybody taking the right angles, and he was able to take advantage of it. It's been a rare mental breakdown for this defense, and now next time they take the field, they got to lock back in, because obviously this game is still close.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This USF offense will open this drive right here. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
So now it's second and long. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in third and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but, man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the run, now to throw. Here comes the heat. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It'll be third and long. The snap sets up to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Motion from the wideout. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offense.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Gets the back moving. Shakes off the defender. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on second down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give to the fullback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Hauls it in. Gets away from one, finds room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. The Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Collins. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Collins. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Could not make his way to the corner. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! Still a 1-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Working that wide receiver screen. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The give to the big fullback. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll go to the fullback. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Gotta have it situation. Who do you go to? You go to the big fella who does the dirty work. The fullback gets the first down, and you still have life in this football game.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And the Black Knights are facing 3rd and inches. Sticks it in his belly. Maybe a crease. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Howard. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Snags it, and there's running room. Sweet little juke, and he's going to wind up picking up 8. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the fullback. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
Run it with the fullback. Touchdown, Army! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point. Now to see if they can hang on. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Coming out with it, it's Alexis. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Bulls! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Bulls deliver an answer.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. And in that kind of situation, that far away from the end zone, there was only one guy on this offense that was going to get the football. He's able to take his entire team, put them on his shoulders. With only seconds to go, they've taken the lead.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Was to pass. Moving out to the right. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
And they'll take a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.